For those of you watching this right now, I'm sure just about everyone is well aware of the latest tragedy in the US. For those of you watching in the future, let me explain. On 2021, January 6th, the president, Donald Trump, sent a fascist mob to disrupt, at best, the joint session of Congress that was going to formalize Joe Biden's victory that day. It's a lot worse than just disrupting, though. Some people came, they smashed windows, they went inside with the intention to kill elected lawmakers. And not just Democrats, also Republicans. The Electoral College system is really messed up. Hopefully there will be somebody in the future watching this very video and thinking, glad we got rid of that. But until that happens, here we are. The Electoral College formalized Joe Biden's victory. So Joe Biden will be inaugurated on 2021, January 20th. I am posting this video on the 15th. And as of right now, there isn't much activity, but the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, just about every government agency that has force, they're well aware that starting tomorrow, they're going to try again. And not just in Washington, D.C., they are going to try to, they're going to try and be disruptive. They're going to try to attack and terrorize Capitol buildings, government buildings. They're going to try and terrorize the entire country. And there is, from the 16th through the 21st, there isn't going to be a single place in the US that will be completely safe from that. And I am filming this video just to make sure you are all aware that even if there is no group activity around you, the odds of a personal conflict being fatal is still very high, and that threat will not subside, potentially for months. But from the 16th until the end of the 21st, after Joe Biden is the president, here's what I want you all to do. If you have a job at another location, keep in mind this is during a pandemic, go there and go home. Don't do anything else. I know some might have the urge to do a counter demonstration. I mean, if you want to be cannon fodder and try to distract them, I'm not going to stop you, but that is highly ill-advised. Thing is, your life matters. Your voice matters. Keep those safe until we're on the other side of this, until Joe Biden is the President of the United States. I have said in previous videos there was a 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 10,000 chance that Donald Trump would steal it in some kind of formal way. And here's where I turn the attention to the people attacking America right now. With this type of process in this country, if you want to try and overturn an election with violence, there is a 0% chance that will be successful. It is impossible. There are so many safeguards. Trump tried the formal way, that did not work. There's the violent way, and even Trump is distancing himself from that. There are people from the 16th through the 21st who will, they will have fantasies about a second civil war. I can assure you that it's not going to get that bad for two reasons. One, this fascist mob doesn't have a leader. You can't really have fascism without a cult of personality and somebody running it. And that Trump would try and lead them again. That is the thing now that is a 1 in 1,000 or even less chance of happening. The president right now has been very silent, and even if he tried, there is the vice president and other people in the White House that will prevent him from leading the charge. Trump appears to not want anything to do with that anymore, at least not until he tries running again, and I don't think he can win. And there is a chance that Trump will be tried and barred from ever running for president again. I'm not going to weigh in too much on that because at noon on January 20th, Donald Trump will not be president anymore. There is no way to overturn the 2020 general election. And I want to make another video about the impact this has had. But really think about it. You're trying to start a civil war with no leader. You're trying to test and cross the National Guard. The American people by far do not sympathize you. That number could be as low. The number of people supporting the fascist mob could be as low as 10% in a lot of places, especially Maple Grove. And, you know, we have the biggest military in and of itself, at least as far as budgets and weapons and things like that. I think China has more manpower, but they're not going to want to touch this situation. There are plenty of other democracies, Canada, Europe, Oceania, which, Australia, New Zealand, India even. Thing is, those countries depend on America from an economic standpoint and just as a beacon, as an example. And if this fascist riotous mob, if they do that again, if you're out there thinking about doing that a second time or inspired from the first attempt and want to do that, don't. The absolute worst case scenario for America, also really unlikely, is we have a World War I in reverse situation where America will try and fight it out on its own until the rest of the world uses its firepower. We lose a lot of sovereignty after that. And with that in mind, I am begging people not to do this, to not try and storm capitals ever again. The consequences are, as you're well aware of, already coming. And for this period, it seems like a bad precedent in general, but this is an emergency situation. I'm not saying we should toss aside the Constitution, but private companies certainly need to step up, institutions need to step up, and they already are. Anyone trying to start a war against the United States government will not have any institutions backing them at all. Any U.S. state that tries to aid and abet will face sanctions. Fundamentally, the fascists and or the secessionists will lose. And I know people were saying that before the first Civil War, but that was more cohesive. There was more of a unified cause. There was leadership. Trump supporters don't have that now. So once again, if you are watching this from the 16th until the 21st, from 2021, January 16th until 2021, January 21st, go to work, go home, get groceries if you're behind on that. Don't do anything else. Let this play out. The odds are in America's favor. That is the American perspective on this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video with the next president.